Hey there YouTube, MS Firefighter 662 here. Today we're going to look at the Dubro TruSpin prop balancer, and they say it works good on props, cars, truck wheels, heli rotors, boat props, so pretty much anything you can put on the shaft there, it'll balance it. It's a pretty cool product. I've seen it, other people use it. I've never had one myself. I've always had one that looks basically like this with 2 points on the end and you hold it between your fingers and you balance propeller. Of course, in the fixed wing RC aviation I've always done, you want to balance it the best you can, but not that big a deal. Now we're into multi-rotors. There's a 3DR Ivers Plus and some other toys. We want to have it the props balanced as best we can, so we have the most stable platform, less wear and tear on our equipment, and we get the best video and picture quality that we can. So let's dig into it and see what it's in here. Alright, a couple looks like upright legs. There's your balancing shaft. Set of directions. And I believe that's the base plate. And some miscellaneous parts. So let's put this guy together real quick. The directions set. And so with all these different spots, let you set up different configurations for different type things. So just go ahead and press them all in there. Whether you use them or not, they'll be in there secure. You don't have to have a worry about miscellaneous nuts laying around. So I'm sure you've got tons of parts from other things, different projects. These will all be together. And that one went up pretty good by hand. Alright. Alright, so find your four legs and the nuts there with the knurling on it that fit them. Thread them on. And then that'll go onto your base plate. And whatever configuration to use, I'm going to go with the wide stance here with it. Screw those in, and that's what allows you to tighten these legs down. So I'm going to, just the way they're, I know they're about equal. The knurled nut goes all the way tight as far as it can on the legs, and then screw those all the way down into the stand, and give it just a little tight with your finger. And this one looks like it needs to be pressed in just a little bit longer, further to get that grip threaded there. There we go. It's tight, and just tighten down with your thumb there. So now they're all about even, about all upright. And now we have to, this balancing wheels that are pretty neat. It almost looks like a knife sharpener, but it's not. Wheel on each side, they both spin pretty freely, easily, so it lets that shaft rotate on it pretty easily for balancing. So one of the neat things about this balancing setup here is it's easily configured for multiple types of things you're trying to balance, whether it's something heavy. So if you had something heavy and it was large and you couldn't fit it in the center here, you wanted to hang off to the side, place that one there so it acts as a support, and this one in the opposite direction, and the shaft goes all the way through, and now you have a way to balance it easily and with a significant amount of weight here where the shaft will be off balance and it want to tip down. So what we're going to do is, I'm just doing blades for a multi-rotor, so we're going to configure it just like this. So you got this that goes on the shaft here, just like that. You can see on each one of these wheels here that there's guides to help it stay centered on the upright legs. So an easy way is Take these, put your old nut on there, on all 4 of them. Just we're going to have them ready, put it into it, and we'll mount it on the upright legs. Just stick it through and slide it on the leg there, and we'll do the same for both of these. So there's how we mount it. It's adjustable up and down different heights. So I'm just going to run it up about even with the corner or the top edge of it, and you just tighten down this thumb screw and it secures it in place. So, and repeat for the opposite side. And you can put these outside, inside, it doesn't matter how you do it. There's no really right or wrong as long as you have it there. So this one will go this side, just to say we did it something different, show you. So one of the things that is pretty important to me is we make sure that these are about the same height. Whether these are configured on the same side of the legs doesn't really matter, because we want a level area between the two. And she spins. So let's grab a blade off the Iris Plus here. If you have the type of props or rotors that have the self-tightening nut on it, the majority of them, like this, they pop right out. So just a little pressure on the inside, and this nut right here will pop off, so you can still use this tool for it. Okay, to mount your propeller or whatever you're trying to balance onto the balancing shaft, we need to take it apart here. So it's got a little piece of surgical tubing, a small washer, and a spring. Just pull that surgical tubing off. Spring. And place this on here, so that spring will help put everything there self-tightening, where it's self-centering the way that cone is tapered, and just put everything else back on. And put some tension on it with that surgical tubing, so you can see that it's tapered, it's worked its way down in there. And it should be pretty secure. Yep, we're not balanced. Go figure. The propeller off the shelf doesn't come balanced. That's why we got this thing. So depending on what type of propeller you have, depends on how you remove weight or add weight to balance it. This is just comes with its cheap composite plastic type thing. Pretty flexible, very forgiving. If you're prone to bumping into things or rolling over or having accidents, you don't want to go out and buy that set of very expensive carbon fiber propellers for performance. You want something that's forgiving, so if you do bump into something or roll over and get some scratches on it, you can take something and clean it up. For this, what I'm going to use to balance it, we're going to use just an old cheap fingernail file, and we're just going to remove a little bit of material towards the edge there, maybe a little bit on the underside. But when we're doing this, we want to keep in mind the shape of the airfoil. We don't want it to take away from that. We don't want to change its airflow, its characteristics, so it still makes the lift it's supposed to. So this is the side we need to take a little bit off of. So I'm just going to and this propeller has been beaten up a little bit, so I'm just going to smooth up the edges at the same time while we're doing this. And it's just a technique. There's tons of other ways to do this. And if you don't mind, I'd like you to say in the comments section down below how you like to do yours for the different type of propeller you have, whether it's wood, composite, carbon fiber. all the different types, so everybody's got a good bank of information. They can just look in the description down below and have a little conversation thread what's going on, the best way to do this. And if you have any suggestions for me on these type of propellers, I'd love to hear those as well. And you just repeat the process until you get something that's balanced. So one of the reasons I like this nail file is if you look at it, you may not be able to tell, it's got a little bit of curvature on it. And if you're going to take away from any of the surfaces of your airfoil here, we want to do it the underside of it and make it more concave. We don't want to take away from the top camber of the wing there, so we still produce as much lift. And we don't really want to add to it, per se in the bottom. We don't have to, because we still want to make equal lift between each rotor blade. But if you're going to do it, that would be the way to do it. Make a little extra lift on this one. So we're just kind of along the length here. Obviously, the more weight you take off the tip, it has a dramatic effect on the balance. But just a damp paper towel to clean up what we've taken off. It should be pretty close. And we have got us a balanced propeller there. I like it. So run through all your propellers, make sure they're balanced properly, and if you take care of them, they'll take care of you. Take care of your propellers, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please take your time to log into YouTube and give it a thumbs up. And like I asked, give me some thoughts in the comment section down below about how you like to balance your propellers, what technique you use for balancing each different type, and what type of tools you use, what kind of equipment. And I really appreciate your viewership. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more upcoming quadcopter multi-rotor type things and a variety of other videos I put out for you guys. As always, thank you for watching.